Hey girls, welcome back. And guys, if you guys are here too, this video is going to be a get ready with me slash all about me because somebody didn't give a proper introduction in her first video. So yes, I had sent my first video that I uploaded like last week to all my family members. I was like, hey guys, like give me feedback, like what part of the video did like bore you guys, what part did you guys like scrolling on your phone, all that. And I think my aunt had mentioned that she was like, you know, we don't know anything about you, like people that don't know you, like we're kind of confused because like I think there was one point in the video where I had my fiance Joe, he was like throwing out carpet, but like I never introduced him. I never mentioned that I was engaged. So like, who's this man, who's this guy and that dog? Like, so I figured I'd sit down, I do a little get ready with me. These are the type of videos that I love, and I feel like TikTok is just so small, like you can only record so much. So I love like the whole idea of doing like a little YouTube video about it. So there's gonna be 2 videos this week. I'm gonna upload them both on Sunday. One is gonna be the get ready with me, which is what you guys are watching now. And then my other one will be my vlog like normal. So stay tuned for that. You guys will be able to see like all of the activities that I did this weekend. Not too much, but you guys will be able to see like what I did this weekend. So yes, so this video, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it and we will get started. So while I do my makeup, I'm just gonna be like kind of telling you guys a couple things about myself and my life, like just more in depth than what I kind of mentioned in my first video, people who don't know anything about me or what is currently going on. So I figured I'd make a separate video to do like a little get ready with me and tell you guys some stuff about me. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first I'm just gonna be priming my face with the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer. This is a really good primer for how cheap it is, but I've always been a really big fan of e.l.f. products, even back like 2012 when they really didn't have much. So they just been stepping it up ever since. So a little things about me. My name is Anissa. I'm 26. I live in Michigan. I've always really loved like YouTube and especially like this type of thing, like the get ready with me is doing makeup. Like I've always loved watching like the makeup tutorials and stuff like that. So that's why I thought it'd be kind of fun to like tell you guys about myself as I get ready as well. I did already do my skincare. I have sunscreen on. I feel like you guys can like kind of see it moving around, but yeah. So I currently am redoing my condo, so that's why like we just did painting a couple weeks ago and we're just doing carpet. Well, we have to do carpet still, but that's why like the floors are looking raggedy right now, so just disregard that. I moved like near the Detroit area about, gosh, 4 years ago. I'm down like from by the bay, so yeah, so more of like the city scene. And I moved down here about 4 years ago. We were renting this condo from my fiance's uncle, and then we actually bought it, gosh, last July. So we bought it and I was really hesitant at first because like I always pictured like myself buying my first home and it was like move-in ready and it's this beautiful house with all this, not all this land, but just more privacy. We're in like a condo, so obviously there's not much like yard space, and we do have a dog, so that kind of sucks. But we're really young, we're only in our 20s. I'm 26, almost what, 25, but I'm 26, he's 27. So we looked at it more of like an investment versus our first time home, because like we're young, we're going to be moving I'm sure again. So we just bought this, we're going to fix it up and then eventually sell it and try to rent it out and see how that goes. I've heard like horror stories and like Airbnb horror stories, so like I'm nervous, but like it's kind of a good investment, and I feel like especially with this area, so I'm really excited about that. So we just started our home improvements and we just did painting upstairs, and then we got to do the carpet and so on. So like in my vlog you guys will see updates about that as well. Please bear with me, I'm really new to like trying to talk about things and like multitask, so yeah, we'll get better. But okay, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I really want to keep it really light. I have to wear makeup like well, I don't have to, but I wear makeup every day for work. I'm in sales, so I feel like I'd have to be really presentable, and unfortunately I feel like that's with makeup. So on the weekends I really don't like to wear too much makeup because I'm wearing it Monday through Friday, so I like to keep it really light unless I'm going somewhere like a wedding or a birthday dinner or something of that sort, where I feel like I need to just kind of add a little bit more. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. Now this is like a full coverage matte finish foundation, but a little bit goes a long way and I don't want to be putting too much makeup on. And actually, scratch that, we're not gonna do that first. We're gonna do my brows first. Because sometimes I feel like when I do like my foundation and stuff and then do my brows, like the foundation and the powder kind of get caked up in my brows and that really drives me nuts. So we're gonna do my brows first. I'm just gonna be using the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, or I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong cap. We're gonna do our brows, we're just gonna kind of dip it in there. You guys, it's embarrassing, I need some more. But yeah, so we're just gonna go in and brush out the brows. Went with a little bit too much product. Yeah, that's a lot. Oopsies, that's okay. We'll save it. Okay, brows are pretty much done. I'm just gonna lay them flat with, it's like for your lashes, but it's really, really long and thick, so I just use it to kind of lay them down. So I'm gonna do that. So just a couple things as well going on. So I told you guys about the condo situation, so we're currently like redoing that. And on top of that, I also got engaged of 2020. My fiance's name is Joseph, and we've actually been together for almost 5 years now. We knew each other prior, before dating. Like we had mutual like friends and stuff like that, but we never really crossed paths until like years after, like after I was graduated. So we just kind of started like hanging out, and then I was really stubborn. Like I was like in my era of like being happily single. Like I was already single for a year before we had like actually started like going out on dates and stuff. And I was super content with that. I lived by myself, so I wasn't looking, and it just kind of happened. So yeah, we've been together ever since. So on top of redoing our condo, buying a house or home, whatever, we also try to plan a wedding. Our wedding date is September 24th. I'm sorry, September 21st of 2024. All right, so the brows are done. I'm gonna go ahead and take a concealer and just kind of carve out my brows just to kind of give them like a really clean, fresh waxed look. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. For concealer, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced concealer. I really, really like this stuff. Like a little bit goes a long way. I literally just do a little dab, and it's so thick, like the coverage is so full. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this concealer, put it on the back of my hand, and then kind of carve out my brows. So today we are going to be, I'm also getting ready because we are going downtown to Detroit. They have a African American museum, like history of African American history. I don't know why I'm stuttering and getting confused. It's because the camera, guys. I'm not used to talking in front of the camera. And when I get nervous, I talk really fast and I kind of just mix up my words. So I apologize, we're new to this. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I've kind of forget like how downtown is, like I forget the access that I have to it down there. I'm about an hour, or no, I'm sorry, I'm about like 40 minutes away from downtown, and I kind of just forget it's there a lot. I just really don't, I kind of get caught up in like my work week, and then I just usually like go shopping, whatever, throughout the week. So yeah, so I kind of forget it's down there, so I'm really excited, and I really love like museums and stuff like that, so I just feel like why not. Plus it's February, so it is Black History Month, so I just feel like it's super fitting, kind of something fun to do. I love like the city life. I moved to New York after high school. I lived there about a little less than a year, I'd say, with my aunt, and it was so much fun. I swear I wanted to move like in the middle of Manhattan, but now that I've been a little bit old, this was when I was 18, by the way. So now that I'm just a little bit older, and I've just lived a little bit more life, I really want and need my privacy. So I love going to the city, but I love being able to go home and have like my space and my privacy. Because ever since I moved out of my mom's house, I was always living like in I look crazy right now, but I've always lived in like an apartment complex or a duplex or something of that sort. So I've always been super close to somebody. We've either shared like a yard or a I've only had like a little patio. So I really, really want my space, but I love visiting the city just as much as I love visiting like camping and all that. Like I love being out in the wilderness, but I also love like the city life. I really, really do. But if I had to pick somewhere to like live, it would definitely be more country style, more secluded, not too secluded, because we don't have any kids. Like if he works, like I'm home with myself, I don't play that. Like, no, terrified. So yes. All right, so eyebrows are pretty much carved out. I don't like to do the top of them because I feel like it just gives it too much definition. So I'm just taking my blender and I'm just gonna kind of blend out the concealer on my lid. I also kind of use this as like an eyeshadow primer, even though I don't do too much eyeshadow, but if I do, I always use my concealer as the primer. All right, so just blend that out. Brows are pretty much done. I do go in with a brow pencil and just kind of fill in like those sparse areas right there. So I will do that once like my powder's on, because I feel like right now everything is just a little bit too wet and the pencil kind of just doesn't really show up. Now I'm gonna move on to my base after I set my eyes. Sorry guys, this is nerve-wracking. I don't like to do this. Okay, I'm just taking like a translucent powder, setting it on my eye. We're not gonna do too much. We're not really gonna do any eyeshadow today. Like I said, we're gonna keep it really light and fresh. I really am going for that clean girl, no makeup look. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, now moving on to the face. I don't know if I mentioned already, but I did do like all of my moisturizer and skincare prep beforehand. So yeah, again, I'm just going in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is a full coverage matte finish. I'm just using it because I really don't need too much. Literally just doing a couple dots, and then I'm gonna blend this out with a brush. And whatever's left of my finger, I'm just kind of blending out on my forehead. I really don't like too much foundation on my forehead because I just feel like I get really oily. Like out of all places that my skin gets oily, it's always going to be like my nose and my forehead for some reason. Like always, always, always. My face is like really, I have like combination skin. So sometimes it's super dry, sometimes it's super oily. So I like to kind of keep it light when it comes to my forehead area. Just taking my brush and blending this out. Really focusing on the inner part of my face where I need more coverage. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend this out like so. Okay, so foundation is pretty much blended out. Guys, I apologize if this isn't super entertaining. I feel like I'm so boring. Like every time I watch YouTube videos of them doing their makeup, I'm like, okay, I'm entertained. But like when I was, like if I was to do it myself, I feel like, girl, you're boring. We're sleeping, we're tired, we're scrolling on our phones. But you know, we'll get better. We're just new, so. All right, so foundation is done. Really, really light. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a cream blush. This one so far is my favorite. It's actually the only one that I have. No, I'm lying. I have a e.l.f. cream blush. It's in like the same pan as these, but it's a little bit too light. It's an orangey color, and I do like orangey blushes, but it's just a little bit too light for my skin tone, even in the winter. So I really don't use it that much. If anything, I will use it as a like eyeshadow base. But right now I am just kind of loving this Milani one. Even in the summer and the winter time, it's a really good shade. This is a Stir Liquid blush, and it's in the shade Berry Smooch. It's seriously like a liquid, so it's not like a cream stick or anything like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp that onto my skin. I usually use my finger at first, and then I just take a brush to kind of blend out the like harsh fingerprints that I leave from my finger. And depending what type of look I'm going for will depend the placement of my blush. I don't really want to do too much like bronzer or contour, so I'm gonna kind of place it higher up on like my cheekbones. Sometimes I'll place it, like in the summer, I'll place it more on the side of my cheeks, and then even sometimes on my nose, because like it kind of gives like that natural sunburnt look, and I just really, really love that. So I'm just gonna go ahead, it's pretty much dispersed all over where I want it, really just focusing it right here in this area. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush and just kind of lightly go around where I was stamping, not right directly where I was, because I don't want to pick up any of that color. And I love blush, so I will be going in with a little bit more because I just love it. All right, taking that same concealer that I used to cover up my brows, I'm gonna use a little bit just to brighten up the inner area, and right out here, not too much. I really don't want too much concealer at all. Trying to decide if I want some on my nose. We're gonna do that today. All right, so now taking my blender, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer that I just placed on my face. All right, so concealer's blended out, and I don't know, I'm loving it. This is working out in my favor today. I'm so happy because sometimes, like when I'm not like trying, my makeup will be flawless, but when I'm actually putting out an effort, it wants to start acting crazy. So today's a good day, so I'm really excited. Also, I forgot to mention, like I said, I didn't like put out like a script or like try to go by a certain type of procedure when I made this video. So I'm like, just as I'm doing my makeup, I'm like, thoughts are rushing in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't mention that. So also, like, I don't have any kids. We don't really plan on having kids, but I do have a little dog. So you guys might hear him in my video sometimes, a random bark here or there, or his little, you know, feet trickling across the floor. So if you guys hear those weird noises, it's just my dog. His name is Charlie. My brother actually got him for me for Christmas, which is really funny because he really doesn't get me gifts at all, but like we were at my grandma's and he like showed up with this little box and there's this cute little dog in it, and I've had him since. And yeah, he's kind of crazy. He's like my little horse. If you've met him or been over my house, you know exactly what I mean. So, but other than that, he's pretty chill. He's really good. Like once, we don't really have company over too much, so like once they come over, like he's all in their face, like literally on their lap, in their face. That's it. That's him introducing himself. So yeah, but once they've been chilling and like he realized like they're staying for a while, like they're relaxing, they're gonna be here for a while, he kind of like chills out. He just grabs one of his bones and just kind of chills. So all right, so I'm just setting my concealer with this little powder puff. I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder. This was the same powder that I went in with on my eyes to kind of set my concealer. I am gonna kind of just reset that because I didn't think I went in with that much, because I see the concealer starting to crease just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and set that really quick. I'm trying to rush because I had a slow morning, which was nice because it's the weekend and I like to have my slow mornings. Like I like to enjoy my coffee. We made some breakfast, but then I started cramping, so I really didn't feel like moving. And I was like, you know what, no, like I'm not gonna just sit this day away. I'm gonna get up, we're gonna move. So that's what we did. So I kind of just had a really slow morning. I got like a slow late start to the day, and it's only open till 5 and we're like, it's 2 o'clock, so yeah. Okay, so I'm just going in with the rest of the powder. Like I said, just kind of focusing on like the inner area of my face, because that's where I get like the most oily. That's where I need more coverage. Just going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm like a Maybelline junkie. Like I love this brand. I feel like it's so good for like drugstore makeup. This is in the shade 330, which is like, I guess it's called Toffee. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and bronze up the skin. So we're gonna go ahead and bronze up the face. Again, Maybelline Fit Me brown. I'm sorry, this is just actually a powder, but I use it as contour because it has those cool tones underneath it, versus my bronzer has like those warmy tones in it, and I don't want that. So we're gonna go in with that powder. This is in the shade Cocoa, 360, and I'm just gonna take it right, literally just stamping it right in this area, right in here, right in that little pocket of my jawline. Take a little bit more, carve out the jawline. I really don't do this too much unless my hair is pulled back. I don't like to have, for some reason, I don't know. I don't really like to put too much product on my jawline. Probably because I have a really bad habit of touching my face, like resting my hands on my face. And I just feel like that causes like breakouts for me, and I don't like that. So I try not to add too much product down here in my jawline. But because our hair is gonna be slicked up today, we want like a snatched jawline, so. Face is looking really good. Okay, and because like right here is kind of looking just a little bit too, we're gonna kind of contour the nose just a little bit. I'm taking the same brush and I'm just gonna pinch it so it makes it like long like this. And then I'm gonna grab my mirror because I can't really see too good in the camera. And we are just going to contour the nose. Just because I feel like it's really bright right in here. Like there's no type of structure. I don't really contour my nose too much, but it just really depends. You can clearly tell I don't contour my nose too much because it's looking a little bit much like a beak. All right, and then I'm gonna keep the brush pinched. I do have other brushes that I could probably be using that'll be a little bit easier for me to use, but we're not doing that. I just feel like I'm a really lazy girl sometimes, so I feel like I'm just gonna use the brush that already has a product in it versus grab a new brush. But I am going to take that same foundation brush that I used to spread my foundation, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out these harsh lines from my nose contour. Here we go. We're a little snatched. All right, and with this Estee Lauder blush, I'm really kind of upset because when I bought it, it didn't come in the compact. It's literally just the pan. Like, what? So I kept it in this little, it's ghetto guys. I kept it in the little clear container that it came in. This is amazing blush though. I love their blushes. Like I know powder blushes really aren't a thing anymore, like the cream blush is in, but I love this blush. It's so pretty. It's like a mauve-y, just neutral blush, and just like couple stamps. You guys will see how pigmented it is. Ooh, we went a little bit too far in. Okay, we can fix that. We can always fix that. No big deal. Don't freak out. All right, so I'm gonna just go in with a brush that I haven't used at all on my skin. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the areas that I kind of want to just more blended, like especially right in here. So I'm gonna take this clean brush and we are just going to blend. When in doubt, just blend. So we're literally just going around where we placed our product. That's better. Also with the nose, because the nose was looking a little bit too strong. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my eyes. Before I do that, I am going to kind of just sharpen up underneath my jawline there because it's just looking a little, from here down, it's looking a little bit just flat. So we want to kind of add some definition. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. And then while I do my brows, I'm gonna let this sit and we will wipe that off. Okay, brows. Let's go ahead and do those. I'm just using the NYX brow pencil. I love this one. It's kind of similar to like the ABH pencil, her brow defining one, and I just love it because it's super small and precise. So it just kind of gives the illusion of like natural brows. And I'm just kind of rebrushing out my brows because I went in with a lot of that brow freeze and it's just a little bit too much. So just brushing them out, and then I'm taking the pencil and I'm just going to lightly make some strokes. All right guys, brows are done. I am gonna brush out the center just a little bit more, just to kind of diffuse the inner part of my brow. And then we're gonna go ahead and wipe off the bake, I guess you could call it, underneath my cheeks. Okay, so brows are done, perfect. We're about done, guys. I thought I was gonna have more to like say about myself, but I'm kind of boring. I just figured I'd kind of go more in depth with like myself and like what's going on, because I really didn't do that much in the first video. I had sent actually my first YouTube video to like all of my family members. I was like, give me feedback, guys. Like, let me know what part you guys started to like doze off, you know, what part like started to like not interest you. And they really had feedback. I feel like that really helps when you're starting out with like videos and stuff, because it looks so easy as you watch it, but I swear for me it's difficult. Like, I wanted to wait until I felt like I was a pro and I had like all my, you know, technology right and all like all of that stuff, like a camera and like a full-on, like all of that. But I was like, you know, no, like I can't just do that overnight. So I started out with just my phone and I just like literally went into it winging it, and the feedback from everyone was like so helpful. Yeah, so face is pretty much done. We are gonna go in with our highlighter last, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my face. That way we're nice and hydrated, because it's winter time. The air is cold here in Michigan. So we want to be, you know, hydrated. I feel like on camera you guys can never see, oh, there she goes, there she goes. I feel like you guys can never see highlight for some reason. Like what? I swear it's on there. Which is kind of annoying, because then I feel like it's not there and I'm just going with so much highlighter, and then I walk out and I'm like, it's like super, it's just in your face. So we're just gonna go in with highlight on the brow, here, up here, right on the cheekbone. I like to kind of just also do a little bit right here. I feel like that's where I like to do like a lot of side. I take photos, so I like, you know, the highlight to be popping right here. Nose. We kind of just went with that everywhere. All right. Okay, so next we're gonna be going in with the lips. We're just gonna do like a nice little gloss and some nice brown like lip liner. I'm trying to figure out what gloss I'm gonna do. These are the lip inspo right now. So we have the liner. This is my Chubby Stick Clinique. It has like it's like a lip tint, really, really pretty. And then we're gonna go in with this gloss. I think I got this from like a Secret Santa, actually. Pretty sure I did. And it's actually really, really nice. I've had it for some time now. Very pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe off the excess like foundation stuff that's on my lips, because we don't want that. Okay, that's done. Let me spray my face really quick. Just using the Mario Badescu face spray. So we'll let that dry. You guys see that? It's so gorgeous. I love that. I've been really into like a really beat face lately, and like no eyes, like no mascara, none of that. I think it's so pretty for some reason. And then like a lip stain or a lipstick or like a lip liner and a gloss. Kind of gives like that 90s vibe, I feel. Okay, so we're gonna go on with the lip liner. This is giving a little bit too red. I don't like that color. We're gonna do, I wanna do more brown. Here we go. This is beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go on with the lip liner. Okay, lip liner's on. This is just kind of, I feel like keeps everything in place from like moving or spreading. I'm gonna go in with my Chubby Stick and fill in. gloss, and then we're gonna do our eyes. And with that gloss, I feel like this is giving brats, period. Okay, lips are done. Now we're gonna be going in with the eyes. I was debating on what I wanted to do. I was really feeling like this blue liner like right up here with the blue mascara, but I think I'm gonna save that for a different video. Kind of getting summer, spring with those colors. I'm just gonna take this eyeshadow brush just to kind of blend whatever cream or anything is on my eyelids, because I swear guys, like my eyelids are always so freaking oily. Don't make no sense. Gotta say it like 100 times. Okay, so I'm gonna do just like a brown liner on the on the top of my eyes here, and just kind of smudge it out, just to kind of give it like a more diffused upper eyelash since we're not wearing lashes. And then I'm just going to take my mascara and go ahead and, you know, do my mascara routine like normal. So let's go ahead and do the eyes. I'm just taking this brow liner. I'm sorry, brow what? I promise we haven't been drinking. I'm just gonna take this pencil liner and I'm just going to put this on my lash line, like underneath, and then slightly on top. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna be smudging this out anyways. So don't worry about it being like super nice and neat. But I just kind of wanted to give a thicker, like an illusion of a thicker, fuller lash since we're not gonna be doing the lashes. Sometimes the lashes are just like, I don't know guys, I don't know how to explain it. I got individual lashes put on one time and I never looked at strip lashes the same. Huh, what is that? What? I'm not going all the way in across my lash line. I'm literally just keeping it on the outer corner because I don't want to blend, like I feel like it's going to kind of cover my lid and it's gonna make it look like I'm wearing eyeshadow, and I don't want that look. So I'm just focusing it on the outer corner. And I'm trying to keep it as close as possible to my lash line. Okay, there we go. This one's a little bit crazier than that one. All right, and now, literally just taking my finger and we're just going to tap, tap, tap. We're just gonna blend that out. I feel like it's so easy to blend out cream products with the finger. Sometimes with like cream products, when you use a brush, I feel like now I'm just gonna be taking a brush and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend everything out the way it looks nice and diffused. I'm super excited to go downtown today. I kind of feel like it gives me the vibe that I'm like in New York without actually being in New York. So I really, really love that. All right, so eyes are done. I literally just gotta do my mascara and then we're gonna be done, guys, and then I'll show you guys the outfit. Okay, guys, eyes are done. I had to do the mascara off camera because I was running late for work the other day and I had to take my mascara to my, like I had to take it with me. So I forgot to bring it back up and put it like in the rest of my makeup. So I did it off camera really quick. It was down in my purse. So that is a finished look. Really, really light, glowy. This is like my favorite look right now. Like this is really what I'm into. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much with my details. I told you guys before, like I'm really not that fun. I'm really boring. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. Let me know what you guys think about the final look. And then stay tuned for my vlog because that's where you guys will see like all the activities that we're doing downtown and stuff like that. So yes, thank you for watching. You guys all have a good weekend. Bye.